A warm welcome to your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Tuesday, May 25. Our top story, Housing Minister Dr. William Dugate today served notice that people trying to secretly take possession of government land will find themselves before the law courts. He also sent a direct message to one such individual as he tabled a resolution to approve the lease of 2 parcels of Crown land in the Pine St. Michael to Tab Building Limited for use as a car park. Dr. Dugate's warning in Parliament came as he expressed concern that some people were encroaching on government land, hoping to own it.
So those people who feel that they're going to come and put up a fence to try to take on some of the National Housing Corporation land, you got another thing coming because we go in court on that. And he who I speak of, I hope he's listening to hear what I am saying, because I am not standing for people coming to take up what is not theirs and try to claim it. So to he who I am speaking, move that fence and move it quick, because otherwise we go in court.
In his contribution to the debate, Opposition Leader Bishop Joseph Atherley, however, called on the government to provide more opportunities for ordinary Barbadians to own land. He suggested there was need to overhaul the National Housing Corporation and the island's land policy. He charged that the current policy favors the privileged.
Land policy has to be viewed as a critical component of any policy platform of any serious government. And I don't know that this government has yet signaled that. I have attempted more than once to say my view. We want to bring people into ownership. We want to develop housing programs. We need to see a reformed, a revolutionized role for the state-owned housing entity, which we call the National Housing Corporation. And we need to see more robust attempts to bring people into ownership of land and thereby facilitate them with housing.
There were no classes at 2 of the island's primary schools today amid reports of possible COVID-19 cases. The Vauxhall Primary School was closed as Health Minister Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostic confirmed that 1 student tested positive. Several teachers and students had been tested for the viral illness after reportedly feeling unwell, but those tests were, however, negative. Meanwhile, authorities at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Primary School today disclosed the discovery of a possible COVID-19 case and announced the closure of the school until further notice. A statement issued by Apostolic Administrator Bishop-elect Neil Scantlebury said the school is in the process of being sanitized and all necessary protocols of the Ministry of Health are being followed. He noted that the school will return to online classes until further notice. An international embarrassment. That's how spokesperson for the Group of Concerned Parents Barbados, Paula Ann Moore, has described Unicef's call for the Caribbean Examination Council not to proceed with its 2021 exams in its current format. In a press release, UNICEF urged CXC to alter this year's Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate and Caribbean Advanced Proficiency exams and called on education ministers from across the region to intervene urgently. CXC is expected to announce its final decision on the matter tomorrow, but Moore made it clear that the approach of the regional examining body has been shameful.
It demonstrates what our regional coalition has been saying for 8 months. The fundamental causes of the 2021 exam fiasco, unaddressed, have resulted in a continued lack of care for our innocent children. At the 11th hour, days before exam starts, students and teachers are on an emotional roller coaster of uncertainty. The cosmetic changes made by CXC are merely laughable PR exercises and contrast profoundly with the changes that countries worldwide made and publicly communicated months ago in response to the pandemic crisis and with the stated focus, the care and concern of innocent children. We thank our Minister of Education, the Caribbean Union of Teachers, and now UNICEF for forcefully advocating in the regional stage the students' cause.
In today's COVID-19 update, the Besta Santos Public Health Laboratory identified 2 new positive cases of COVID-19, both males, from the 429 tests conducted on Monday. 46 persons are currently in isolation. Today, the island has recorded 4,000 cases of COVID-19. The virus has claimed 47 lives. A total of 167,026 tests have been conducted by the Public Health Lab. Under the National Vaccination Program for COVID-19, 76,413 people have been immunized. Of these, 55,586 persons have been fully vaccinated.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional news, amid calls from Unicef for CXC to make adjustments to its exams in light of the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Guyanese Education Minister says students in Georgetown want the exams to proceed as is.
Most of our students hold the view that they want the exams written this year. So I know there is a view that it should be postponed to January 2022 and so on. Our kids do not want that. Our students, and we're not insensitive to what else is happening in the Caribbean, but our students have been in school from October last year. There has been the intermittent shutting down because there is a COVID case. We had to close for a couple of weeks and so on, but our kids have been in school. Our SBAs are in order and ready. We may have different views, and that's why I said, while the Unicef representative from Guyana, who's also responsible for Trinidad and Suriname, has signed that statement, it does not necessarily reflect what we in the ministry feel. But we support anything that supports children.
On the international front, relatives of George Floyd met with President Joe Biden at the White House today, lobbying for passage of police reform legislation in their loved one's name on the first anniversary of his killing by a police officer since convicted of murder.
George Floyd's murder energized and ignited a movement all over the globe, all 50 states, places in Europe, places in Asia. And the thing that was extraordinary about this is that it was intergenerational and it was multiracial. And it was clearly time had come for people to stand and deal with policing. The reason it is important we understand that is this was not and is not an anti-police movement. It is a movement around police accountability.
All over this nation, laws are changing. All over this nation, police are being held accountable in ways before not imaginable because of a movement of people. But that movement cannot end. That, to me, is the message that a man who should be standing with us, should be with his family, should be alive. He's gone, but we are here. And it's our job to now finish this mission.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.